All right, Aaron, how did you see the first race of the night unfolding?
Amateur drivers here. I'm going to go with Mr. Slick, Tim Vincent, Cheryl Wigg, of course. We know what sort of record they've got when it comes to these amateur drivers races. Mr. Slick's form around Alexandra Park's been good enough to be a big chance there. The Batmobile's been racing well, comes up with a handy enough draw again for Frankie Phelan. The 6, Mariana Bromack, I thought she had the race won. She was run down a couple of weeks ago, so she's in the mix again. And we'll put in the 1, Mr. Incredible's got the right draw over the 1,700 metres to play a role there for your combination bet. 7, 4, 6 and 1 in the opener.
Yeah, Mr. Incredible. He worked on really good last start to the races, didn't he, on that first meeting back at Cambridge on the 31st. Let's move on to race number 2, Aaron, over the 2,200 metres. A little bit of workout form to work around here and a little bit of race day form from a couple of weeks ago. So how did you break this one down?
Yeah, I went with the 2-year-old filly by American Ideal. Girls Are Best for Bunty and Gareth Hughes has been trialling up quite nicely at Pukekohe and just thought on debut with a nice draw in this field. She does rate, so I've gone that way. The 4 over the 11, Alexia Rose. She's knocking on the door for a maiden success. She'll be in the thick of things again there. James Stormont will do the driving. Sunset Red's got the right draw to be in the right position throughout, I thought, in the second. And put in the 3, Potluck, who's fresh up run a couple of weeks ago, had plenty of merit. She would have only taken improvement out of that run, and she's drawn well to be handy again. 4, 11, 3, make that 4, 11, 1 and 3 in the second.
Moving on to race number 3 now, Aaron, and this is the Amber Garden Centre Mobile Pace. Over the 2,200 metres, Olivia Rachel was really well supported off a second-line draw here on the 31st of May and has come up an even favourite at $3.10 with bookmakers.
I found one for us here, BP. 750, 250 on the second line, a due flirt. Worked up nicely last Friday at Pukekohe. You go back a few runs. This horse at Alexandra Park and behind Ivana Flyby ran 5th, but paced 240 in doing it. I just thought fresh up, junior drivers event, there's going to be a bit of pressure. A due flirt will be sitting out the back. She'll be rocketing home. She's a great play, 750, 250, a due flirt, number 11. She's our star trialist for the meeting. 1, Russley Rush has got the right draw. Good, tough run when second a fortnight ago. Put in the 5, Olivia Rachel. Yeah, she's going to be right in the thick of things from a handy draw. And the 7, He's a Ladies' Man. Had its first look at Cambridge Raceway a couple of weeks ago. Creditable run there. Again, Quinella's trifecta's first 4s. 11, 1, 5, 7. Get your each way on a due flirt. 750, 250. Bookies are giving you a chance to have a go on a nice pony.
Race 3, number 11. Get involved. 750. 750. Right, let's move on to the next race here. And this is the Clubhouse Sports Bar and Cafe Open 7 days mobile pace over 2,200 metres. Spoke to Todd Mitchell not too long ago. He did like the chances of the greenkeeper, but he did say, look, it's a horse who does a few things wrong. And he said, look, he thought the run was really good last time to the races, but just also cautious at the same time. What did you like in the race?
Yeah, just that draw around the greenkeeper. Johnson Step, I thought his run a couple of weeks ago was good for Adrian Matthews. Jay Abernathy to do the driving there. So comes up with barrier 2, definite player in the race. Super duper dude for Graham Rogerson, Dylan Ferguson. I thought the trial form had been okay to be a player in this. Will follow Johnson Step out. So should get a nice enough run there. The greenkeeper, yeah, finished his race off nicely there a couple of weeks ago, but it is just that tricky draw, full field again. And the 6, Hawthorne and Hunk should have taken improvement from that run a fortnight ago as well. 2, 10, 13 and 6 in race number 4.
Race 5 is the Hidden Lake Hotel Apartments Mobile Pace. Is it a case, Aaron, of going again with Silk, who brought all that workout form? I thought on the face of it, fairly disappointing, but maybe a frontline draw could be the key for this horse tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think a frontline draw will be a key around Silk's chances on that workout form that we saw her running those sectionals there. So out in front, out of trouble, doing no work. It's not an overly strong field. So, yeah, go again, but don't go crazy. You know, $1.80 fresh up with that form line of 00800. Yeah, you've got to give her another chance, though, from the draw. The 6 Express Play, not the worst horse in this field. Well worth having a go on that. Vive's been racing well. David Butcher for Scotty Dixon, the 4. And 7 Drum Withers is a horse that goes okay on occasion there at Cambridge. Well worth having a look for your trifecta first 4 investments, the 7. 2, 6, 4 and 7. Tricky little race there, race number 5.
It is. Let's move on to the 6th, the Farmlands Handicap Trot over 2,700 metres. Bit to like about this race. Delson was pretty big off the 2,200 metres off a back mark and breaking, and still finishing off the race strongly to finish into 5th spot. But a bit to like about this race, Aaron.
There certainly is, but he's a handicap special, isn't he, really, Delson? 45 metres, 2,700 metres, that's the key for the race this week. He was 2,200 metres off a 40-metre handicap, put in that little skip on the turn there. He's $3.50. I think that's great money. He's well worth a decent old play at $3.50 off his back mark. If he's within 5 lengths of them turning off the back straight, he's going to be awfully hard to hold out. He's a trotter that can trot a last half and 57.5. There's not too many in this race that can do that. So I just thought at the 350 again, bookmakers are giving you a good chance there on Delson. Recycle, uncharacteristic gallop there. First go left-handed though there a couple of weeks ago. Give that another chance. Barroom Brawls run 2 weeks ago, fresh up, had plenty of merit. Will likely start the favourite, Barroom Brawl. Craig Smith for John and Joshua Dickey. Can certainly go one better. And we had the 11 in the mix there too. Zebek, of course. At some stage, he's going to find that form, isn't he, of the New South Wales Derby from last season. So has to be considered again. But 12, 2, 9 and 11. Delson, bet of the night, $3.50. Get on, get playing.
We will after this preview. Race number 7, Aaron, or if you already have already. Let's move on to race number 7 over the 2,200 metres. Bodrum Boy brought the workout form and won first up to the races, has drawn the ace and has come up at $3.40.
Yeah, it was a good win, wasn't it? Went the way of the 3, though. I'm going to stick with Lavazza. She will be fitter after that run. She had to do a bit of work a couple of weeks ago there, so she's got another nice draw to play with. Zachary Butcher to do the driving this week. The 2, Matai Minky, the stablemate, Shane Butcher. That has to be considered. Yeah, Bodrum Boys fresh up or debut win a couple of weeks ago. Very good. He can certainly remain unbeaten from barrier 1. And the 5, Milner. Yeah, they put up a nice run there 2 weeks ago as well for Stephen Doody and Scott Dixon. 3, 2, 1 and 5 in race number 7.
All right, let's move on to race 8 then, Aaron, the 2,700 metre pace. Now, this is a race where you've got the Lone Ranger, who was very good behind Kelly's Delight. Kelly's Delight off the 20 metres, of course, with this being a standing start. How did you see this race, Aaron?
Yeah, this is a tricky race. A good race, though. I like these 2,700 metre handicaps, the way that these handicaps fall. Red Reactor was pacing really well prior to the lockdown. I'm going to give him a chance to break through for another win here. Morris McKendry doing the driving for Sean McCaffrey. He'll finish the race off well. 8 Parker's run was very good at Alexandra Park and behind Warlock last Friday night. Hope you got some of the $9 off Warlock as well. The 4, the Lone Ranger as well in the mix. He's going well at Cambridge over the 2,700 metres, so should give a good account of himself there. And Bugger Lugs, well, he's got to be considered from the front tape. He seldom goes a bad race, this Raglan pacer, and he's in the mix again there for PC Peter Ferguson. 7 to beat 8, 4 and 3.
Move on to race number 9. This is the Waikato Equine Veterinary Centre Mobile Pace. Just spoke to Todd Mitchell, and he did make Ideal Agent his best drive of the night. Was at the workouts last Saturday and was winning as well. Second line draw, it's 250 fixed odds. Yeah,
he's the best horse in the field and should really be winning for Andrew and Lynn Neal, the American Ideal Colt. So, yep, I've got him on top and clearly on top as well. He's a nice type, isn't he? We'll put in the 5, Lagatha. Her win was good a couple of weeks ago. No reasons why she can't be in the thick of things again. The 6, Jetson Hunter. He put up a good run there a fortnight ago as well for Stephen Doody and Scott Phelan. Long shot of the night. Well, she was drawn in behind her stablemate when the fields came out, but the stablemate's been scratched. 18 carats. She's taken on some very, very good field. She was going to just follow the markers, I thought, in behind the stablemate, but that's gone out the window now. So $21. I'm still willing to play her because if she's only 3 back on the fence, she is good enough to rocket up the passing lane and put herself right in the picture. So I'm going to make her my long shot. Keep that way with 18 carat at the $21. 10 to beat 5, 6, and the long shot is 9 for the program.
And how do we round out the night, Aaron? Race number 10 to finish with a trot over the 2,200.
2, Strength of Heart, deserves a maiden success. Should come in this program here, I believe, for Andre Potama. Cumu Kenny Saffon's had the 9 runs at Cambridge, been placed 5 times. Put in the 8, Chasing Great. That run a fortnight ago had plenty of merit. Can certainly go one better. The 5, The Last Gamble, battled away strongly for her placing a fortnight ago. And hey, the race is named after Dunker. Thanks for coming. 300 times to the track too, Dunker. So you've got to have him in the mix too. So for Jeff Martin, let's hope for that wonderful milestone. I believe he's the first horse in New Zealand too to get to 300 starts. So he's been in there week in, week out, making up fields, taking a little bit of money as well. So, Dunker, there'll be a few fans that'll have a few dollars each way to mark this milestone. I've got to have him in the mix because, geez, I'd hate him to win and not have him somewhere in there, 2, 8, 5 and 7.
All right, well, I've got a few written down here already, Aaron, for our racing tomorrow at Cambridge. But what have you found is your best and your long shot?
Well, we're going into race 6, number 12, Del Sun. I think the 350 is a great bet on the program. A due flirt, 750, 250, each way all day. Just play. You know, Craig Smith's going to do the driving there. You get a good junior driver on. There's going to be pressure in the race. You know she's going to be hitting the line well. So even a nice little multi, if you wanted to, 250, a due flirt into the 350 into Del Sun, and we'll make the long shot. We'll stick with her in race number 9, 18 Carat. It'd be great for her to bounce back for Taupaki trainers Frank Cooney and Tate Hopkins.